right, we're gonna attempt to do this. We are going to attempt to do this. Oh, there goes my microphone. Another live broadcast of solutions and answers with the world's #1 problem gambling annihilator, Santos Rolon Jr., straight out of Stockton. What are we looking for? We're looking for peace. We're looking for encouragement. We're looking for courage. Oh, we're looking for steps. We're looking for a plan. We are looking for something to move us forward, to move us ahead. At least that's what I'm about here. We're going to be taking on your questions here. Let me make sure that I'm. Hey, the Australian Health Show is in the house. Let me get my I got a little bit of a not a bad start today, but we're going to get going here. Hopefully we'll get some questions going through. I'm going to do an ebook giveaway. The last man standing on my broadcast. We're going to be here for about 30 minutes or so. I'm going to give you a book. I'm going to pick somebody here. I'm going to give you the book, the ebook, the little red book. I believe we have that online now. It's all fired up. So I'm excited about that one. And let me make sure that I put my let me see, here it is. There's my advertisement for the day. There's Paul. And I see Nathan's. We got a few more people. Can you guys hear me well? Can you hear me very well? Let me double check. Sometimes I get on and I got to double check everything, make sure that everything's good. Test. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like it. I love it. I like it a lot. Hello, my friends. Listen, time is going to go by very quickly. You want to get the most out of this program. Those of you that are watching, I see you on the other side. You want to get the most out of this program. In fact, if you are doing good, let me ask you a question. Would you like to come on the camera tonight? I'm going to ask you. I'm going to invite a guest to come on. I want you to come on, share. Let people know how you're doing. You know what I mean? Share with others how you're doing and how you're making things happen. I'm going to reach out to, I'm going to put the link. Here's the link. I'm going to put it in the chat. Copy. I'm going to put it in the chat box. I'm going to put it right here. Thank you. And listen, if you want to come live, if you want to go live and you want to be on the screen with me tonight on this episode, I'm going to invite you to come on board and share what's happening in your life. You can share whatever you want to share. We can talk about it's because this program is about uplifting. This program is about giving you a nice, fresh, healthy cup of cold water, right? What does that mean? It means that we want to be refreshed. We want to be empowered. We want to be, we want better. We don't want to stay where we're at. Do you? You want to stay where you're at? I don't. I'm happy, but I'm not going to stay where I'm at. All right. So once again, I'm inviting you. Let me see. Pence or Ace, still recuperating from your hike. Oh, man, I'm done. I'm good to go, man. Getting stronger every day, brother. I haven't been on a hike for a little bit, but I had a good haircut today. So that I'm stoked. You know, when you ever get a good haircut, you have a good hair day. My family doesn't seem to think that I'm having a good hair day, but they're on another planet anyways. So it's an awesome feeling, man. It just adds to the freedom. You know what I mean? Being away from gambling, getting a haircut, enjoying your day, and just enjoying your life, man. Just enjoying your life. By the way, I got a question for you here coming up. Still recuperating. Paul, well, I got some good news and I got some other good news for those of you that are here on this program. Let me see. If I get a question if I get a question, we will keep the program going, obviously. But if I don't get any questions, I don't really. This program is really to help people. It's not really set. It's not really set up for chatting, and maybe a little bit, but it's really set up for helping people. You know, for us to use this time wisely, because think about it. All day long, we go through whatever we go through, and how often do you sit and take time for yourself to really reflect on where you're going or what you need to be doing? You know what I mean? How often do you do that? Most people sadly don't do that. Most people do not want to reflect on where they're going. They don't. Most people don't even want to talk about this. They don't want to talk about what I'm talking about right here live. The truth. Most people would rather stay comfortable in their whatever it is that they're doing, TV programming, friends, whatever it is. I'm going to ask you a question. What do you like, the leaves on your branches? Do you like the leaves that are coming off of your branches? I want you to think about that question for a moment. We've got a few people here, and I'm just going to wait and see if I get a question, because it's important that I get a question. I see a few people coming on here, and by the way, if you're not a member of the family, I'm going to encourage you to join the family. If you want to get stronger, if you want to build mind muscle, that is, you know, if you want to build mind muscle, or maybe you want to transition from your life where you're at right now, and you want to transition into just something bigger and better. What would be something bigger and better for you? What would be your dream life? What would be your dream job? What would be your dream to live out every day for the rest of your life? What would be that dream for you? Have you thought about that? When was the last time that you really sat down with yourself and considered that? By the way, I'm drinking vodka in here. All right. Just to let you know, it's vodka. No, it's not vodka. It's supposed to be filtered water. But I could use some vodka right now. Just a little tiny bit. Nah, give me a headache. Anyways, I see there's a couple of people out here. No activity. Maybe I'm just... I'll play some more music. Let me see if I can get some music going. I invited a few. We might be doing away with this program, by the way. This is what I wanted to share. We might be doing away with these programs on Fridays and Wednesdays. And because I really want to get into I really want to get into deep teaching. I want to get into more of a mentoring program. It's not really happening on this program. So it's probably going to be in the works. I'm going to be doing a group. It's going to be more intense. It's going to be deeper training. It's going to be mentoring. I'm going to really get into this deeper, on a whole deeper level, more personal level, put it that way. So it's going to be a different program. And that's going to be coming up soon. I'm going to be putting something like that together. I believe it's going to be more beneficial for people to really get some deeper transitioning going on. You know, maybe you want to move away from your job, right? And you want to start your own business. We can talk about that specifically. Or what about just specifics on courage building, right? Just courage building. Or planning, right? How to effectively plan your days, how to start micro-stepping your days, stuff like that, where I really can't get into that here because it's just not the atmosphere. It's not the platform for it. But that's where we're headed. You know, most likely the Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday program. Yes, my friends. Yes, my friends. So, no, I don't. I drink a beer once in a while. I might have a, a beer, but I used to have a problem with alcohol. I used to have a really bad problem with alcohol. It landed me in a couple of bad places. So I don't really drink alcohol. I might drink a beer, a glass of wine, half a little bit, something like that. But I don't really, whatever I do in moderation, except for gambling. I don't gamble in moderation because I don't care to gamble. Honestly, I just don't want anything to do with being in a casino anymore. I don't care about it. I don't care about gambling. I don't care about going to a casino. It doesn't excite me. Sometimes I'll even go on YouTube. I'll go on YouTube and I'll search channels. I'll go on people's channels and I'll look and see what's going on out there in the world of gambling. And I see that there's a lot of channels. There's fake channels that promote winning on YouTube, like winning money and stuff like that. I've been seeing a couple channels that have been busted for cheating or something like that, fake money or something. But I'll sit there and I'll look at these machines and I'll look at these people, and it looks like they're having the time of their life. And who knows? Maybe they are. Maybe they're having the time. Maybe they won't ever fall into a problem. Maybe they won't, because there's only a small majority of people that actually fall into gambling problems. It's a very small number of people that actually become addicted. But, these people on YouTube, they're exposing themselves to the machinery. They're exposing themselves to the lights, the sounds, and possibly even the smell. I don't know if I'm 100% accurate on this, but there's a possibility that there's a smell, because if you notice, when you smell certain smells, it triggers a thought in your mind. I would share a little chicken story with you if we have time. Maybe I'll share it with you. But a smell has a very, very strong. In other words, we can become, just by smell, we can be put into a hypnotic state, into a trance. You can actually be deceived by a smell. So the casinos, I wonder, I've heard this, I don't know if it's true. Maybe somebody here knows that you can actually spray. There's money. There's a smell of money. I think there's a cologne that smells like money too. I saw a commercial about that. But I wonder if these casinos, if they spray something into the carpets, into the air, if they have some kind of, what do you call those, like essential oil type things, that they can, it's a smell. It produces an odor, a fragrance. And who knows what they're doing to keep people. But these people that are playing these games on YouTube, I believe that if they're not careful, they can fall into, they can easily fall under that hypnotic trance, and their mind can go in a different direction that they never expected. Because a lot of people that gamble, they don't ever start out thinking that their life is going to go really bad. We don't think that way. It just seems like it happens. We begin to go down the path, and we go a little bit further and then further. And next to it's like, we're in an area where just, it seems like impossible to get out of. And for some people, it becomes a trap, obviously prison, suicide. Anyways, we've got a few people that are on here, but I don't see any questions. I don't see any questions. They do some, they might do something. But yeah, no, not right now. So any questions? By the way, if you want to, anybody here that I'm going to invite you again. If you want to come on, the screen, I'm going to give you the opportunity, because the program that I'm going to be developing or the mentoring training program that I'm going to be working on is going to be like a zoomcast where people are going to see each other. It's not going to be this texting stuff because, you know, it's going to be better for people to be able to see each other and communicate, you know, in real life, you know, or like they say, what is it? Live. Anyways, that's what we're working on. And, yeah, the lighting, you know, the color of the carpet, the way they position the machines. You ever notice that? You go into a casino and they change the machines on you? I've noticed that quite a bit. I never really understood that. I understand it now. So the carpets, the fact that they don't have any clocks on the walls, you know, they don't have any, you can't tell the time unless you have a watch on. It's, you know, it's an atmosphere, man. You create the atmosphere is going to create you. That's what happens to people. They go into that atmosphere. It's very comforting. It seems like it's fun. Oh, I love this. I'm winning money. I hit a jackpot. That environment is going to create them. That environment is going to create you, my friend, if it hasn't created you already. It will. It'll create you. You know, the deeper you go into gambling, the worse that you become. It just brings out the worst in you. Yeah, it does. It does. Hey, I got a question. Let me see. I got Trevor. Welcome to the broadcast. We're gonna be here for probably about another. It's gonna be 30 minutes, unless I get a whole bunch of traffic and I get a lot of questions, which I love questions, obviously. Right? Do you get anxiety when approaching a milestone since your last gamble? I'm 5 days away from being 1 year gamble free. Well, congratulations, Trevor. That's fantastic, man. I'd love to bring you on the screen right now if you're in front of a camera so you can share how you're doing it. Could I bribe you? By the way, I'm going to be giving away a book here, an ebook, and I'd like to send it to you, Trevor. I'd like to send you the ebook. It's the Little Red Book. We just finished. Actually, it's probably like the 6th edition. We just finished rewriting it, fixing up a couple of things. I'd love to send you a copy, an ebook copy of it. If you send me your email address. You can send me your email address, Trevor, and I'm going to get to your question right here. You can send me. See, where am I here? Right there. You send me your email address. I'm going to send you my ebook, Trevor. Congratulations on your progress, man. That's fantastic. How are you doing it? Is the question that I have. How are you doing it? I wouldn't focus on, I would just keep focusing on the victory, man. Keep focusing on the energy that you can draw from what you've accomplished. That is fantastic, man. That's phenomenal, what you've done. I don't know if you've said that to yourself or maybe somebody else hasn't said it to you, but I'm saying it to you. The world's #1 problem gambling annihilator is congratulating you, man, for doing this job that you're doing. So how did you do it is the question that I have. How did you do it, right? We all have a plan, or we're all different. Everybody is different. We all have to have a plan. I'll tell you what we all have to have. Did I bring it in here? Oh, man, I left it. No, I didn't. Did I? Let's see. I am organized, but sometimes I fail. But you got to have a vision. You got to have a plan, right? You got to have a vision. You got to have a plan. You need to have confidence. And you should have some purpose in there. Purpose, confidence, plan, steps. Am I getting mixed up here? The thing is that you have to have something that keeps you going forward, right? And everybody's different. Everybody's different, but we all need a plan. Everybody needs a plan. Everybody needs purpose. You need confidence. If you don't have confidence, you're not going to execute your plan. Right? You have to be able to see it. You have to be able to have something in here to see, to go forward with. So congratulations. Paul says 25 years, longest was 8 months. Well, you know, the thing about gambling, it's not you know, gambling is not as difficult as you believe it is. To stop gambling, it's not as difficult as you believe it is. The reason why you believe it's difficult is because you've been convinced of that. You've convinced yourself of that too. That's why it's so difficult for you if you're still struggling. So what do you do, Santos? Well, think about what I just said. Think about what I just said. If you've convinced yourself, right? If you've convinced yourself to do the negative, to believe in the negative, what should you do? What should you do? I know what I need to do every day. Every day, I'm going to go on my way, no longer astray. Yes, I pay, but no more sway. I say my way or the highway. It's crushing gambling every day, all the way. That's how I stay. That's how I roll. No more troll. There we go. So, all right, my friends, we're coming close. We are coming close to the hour, or the 30-minute mark. I had candy-coated poison. I had a good run last night. Made $4,000 at the Star Casino. But I'm done for the year now. I hope so. By the way, it's kind of interesting. I have on my vehicle that I drive, on the license plate, it says "Stop Problem Gambling Now," and it has my business number on it. Some guy called me yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Some guy out of the blue called me, and I answered the phone like I normally do. You know, really nice and polite. And it was rather interesting because the guy that was calling me was he was an owner of casino. He was actually an owner of a casino, Stars Casino, as a matter of fact. I don't know. I've never been to Stars Casino. I think that's their card rooms or something. But anyways, this guy's interested in wanting to know what I'm about and what I'm doing. And he called me out of the blue, and I thought, wow, that's interesting. I've never had a casino owner call me and say, hey, I want to know about your program. So hopefully something good will come out of that. What was that? Let me see. I physically won't have the chance. Well, that's good. Hopefully you'll, I mean, I don't know your situation. Candy-coated poison. We got a few people coming on board here. It looks like I'm going to be here a little bit longer. My friends, if you have a question, listen, if you have a question, take advantage of this time. Ask me a question about problem gambling. Ask me a question about confidence building. Ask me a question about depression. Are you depressed? Do you feel depressed? Do you think about depression? Do you talk about depression? Do you smell depression? Oh, by the way, I'm going to throw this in here. The power of smell is so strong that one, if there is something going on in the casino and they do have a certain smell, that could be the culprit that's basically stealing all your money and causing you to go to the ATM. It could be. I don't know. I'm not going to say 100%. But I will say this. When I was younger, I was about 16, 15, 16 years of age. I grew up in Connecticut on the East Coast. And, you know, my life was just escapism. That's what my life was. It was drugs, alcohol, and promiscuity, and whatever I could do in the streets. Maybe every once in a while I would do something good. I don't remember too much of that, but I remember this van. There was a white van that would pull up in the evenings in the neighborhood, and they were looking for workers. And, you know, back in the I think it was the 70s. Yeah, it might have been the 70s. I was 14, 15 years of age. So hang with me, because it has something to do with smell, okay? And I'm going to share something before I shut this program off. I want to share something with you, a psychological trick that you might be able to use on yourself to get yourself away from the gambling casino. Is this possible? Could this work? Yes, it could work. Would it work for you? I don't know. You would have to be the person that determines that. Well, anyways, these vans would pick us up, and then we would drive, you know, we would in the evenings, usually Connecticut would cool down in the evenings, and we would go to work between 10 and 6 in the morning. But we would be in this van, 10 or 15 of us, on our way to these farms, and be drinking and drugs and all kinds of stuff, because the work was very brutal. So people would actually be loaded, you know, stoned and drunk and whatever they could, cocaine and everything, in that van in the dark, driving into the farm. And we weren't really prepared. We were just people that wanted to make money, right? Anybody want to make money? Jump in the van. So we would go to these farms. We drive to these farms, and we would have a crew, you know, typically it would be about 10 guys. Every once in a while, there might be a woman in there or stuff. But that wasn't, having a woman late at night with a bunch of guys wasn't a good thing. Anyways, so we would end up at these farms, on the second story of these farms, and we would grab chickens, right? It was dusty and smelly. It smelled like poop and feathers, and it was dark, these little lamps. And we would have these little masks, right? The masks that we're wearing today. I should have brought one with me. So we would wear these masks, and we would try to wear gloves. But man, those chickens, catching those chickens and then passing them on to other people. And we would load these big semi trucks. And this was done at nighttime. And you could hear the chickens plucking around, and it was just a mess. Feathers and dust. And I remember they would tear up your hands, these chickens. But we would have these masks, right? And mind you, I'm 53 years of age. 53 years of age. I'm 53 years young today. This was when I was about 14 or 15 years of age. You know that whenever I would put on one of those white masks, or even the blue ones, I would actually smell those chicken coops, and I would smell the poop and the dust, and it would bring me right back to that place. So my mind, and the way it works, attached a certain smell to an experience that really just made me really emotional. I mean, it's almost like it brings me right back to that place. It's pretty amazing how the mind works. So I was thinking, right, because it works this way. I was thinking, well, what if somebody decided to take a certain odor, right? What if you were able to take a certain odor? For instance, what if you walked into a casino, you opened the door, and it smelled like a rotten body, like a dead body decaying? I know I'm about to get gross on some of you here, but would you walk into the casino if you smelled death, like death, like a decaying body? Would you walk into that casino? If you've ever smelt rotting flesh, you know, like decaying matter and stuff on the side of the road, it's horrible, right? Those, like animals, but human flesh is worse if you've ever smelt it. Imagine you went to another casino and it smelt the same way. Or you went to another casino and the smell got even worse. You know, it sounds like a funny thing, but is it Could you possibly attach that death smell to casinos? And somehow in your mind, is it possible to help you get away from your problem gambling? I believe that's possible, but would it be possible for you to do it? I don't know. You got to use your imagination to come up with some kind of a solution thing to make something like that happen. But it could happen. The same way that it happens to me every time that I put on one of those masks, right? Psychologically, now I wasn't intending to do that back there. I wasn't intending to do that, but it just happens that my mind works that way. Every time that I put on one of those masks, I can smell those chickens, man. I'm telling you, man, it's rotten. It's weird, but it's true. Anyways, so I thought I'd share that with you. We've come to the end of the hour. I might be here for just a minute here. Let me see. We've got another one. Yes, it does smell like old people and alcohol and cigarettes. You notice that the casinos do keep that smell around because it attracts older people. It does, and it works. So, but anyways, I see we got somebody new here. It looks like it's in Chinese. I'm not sure. Maybe is it Chinese? It could be. Welcome to the broadcast. I lost most of my money I had yesterday. I was completely out of control and felt like depressed. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. But you're here. Hopefully you're learning something here from this broadcast, and maybe you can turn your depression around into more happiness, right? Because that's what this is about. It's not about focusing on the negatives, the bad things. 'Cause most people, that's what we do. Right? Most people, we focus on the negative. You bring somebody a solution and they're going to give you the problem. Did you get that? You bring somebody a solution and what do they give you? The problem. They can't. Most people, that's why it's dangerous to gamble, my friends. It is extremely dangerous to gamble. And you know why. I don't have to tell you why. You know why. You know why it's dangerous. Yeah. So what if you could attach that nasty death smell to a casino? Would that work? For some people, it might not work. They smell the dead body and walk right over it and go inside and play the machine, the slut machine. Yeah. Let me see what's Nathan got here. Maybe we should have a group smell to wear when Santos is on. Peppermint. I'll send something through the airwaves, man. Be careful. I'll hypnotize you, right? All right, my friends. we got 11. We've got 11. Listen, if you're not a member of my family and you're struggling, live better. Break your fetter, my friend. Right there. Join the family. You're going to get an email. You're going to get videos. You're going to get a lot of stuff that I send out. Not a lot of stuff, but it helps, man. If you read it, dude, the stuff that I send out, I'm giving out some good shit, man. Really good. A lot of people ain't even paying attention to it. That's part of the reason why we've got to make changes. You see, you can only do so much for people, and then you got to change. You got to make changes. And honestly, those of you that are here, if you're watching me, there's a few people that are interacting, and I appreciate you for interacting. Thank you. But there's people that are watching this broadcast right now. You are struggling big time. You're struggling big time. And you know what? You're headed for problems. You're going to crash and burn, my friend. You are going to crash, and you know that. I'm just here to tell you, to remind you, maybe you can turn around right now, right? Turn around right here before I get a comment. I always get a comment from people. They're telling me that they gambled, or the last time they gambled and this and that. And then, 3 weeks later, they just lost another, $3,000. And they let me know in the broadcast. That makes no sense, does it? No, don't keep losing money. That makes no sense. No, no sense at all, especially right now with the economy the way it is. And save your money, buy silver, contribute to Soldiers of Self-Mastery. Listen, if you got 100,000 lying around in the bank, don't let it sit there under that mattress. It's going to get moldy. Write a check. You don't have to put it my name, but send it to soldiersofselfmastery.com and we'll use it for a good cause. All right. I won't let your money get moldy. I'll use it to, in fact, Coach Cephas just threw me for a loop. Another big bill. I'm like, wait a minute. We got to get more. We got to bring in more revenue. We do. We have to bring in more revenue. So the book is back live. GABA is live. I'm willing to work with you with these programs. Of course, the coaching is an investment on your part. If you want to participate in coaching, what is coaching all about? Well, that helps you it helps you build confidence faster. It helps you develop your vision. It helps you find your purpose, right? Most people are living, they don't even know what their purpose is. That's what coaching helps you find your purpose and a lot more. But you have to be really dedicated to that. You have to be really, really dedicated to wanting change and wanting more in order for coaching to really, for you to invest in coaching, because you're going to be investing in coaching, right? Coaching isn't for everybody. It's only for those that are, you're ready for something big. You're ready for a drastic change in your life. That's what coaching is all about. So, and that's what I'm about. So anyways, people are coming on, they're dropping off. Let me see. After a huge lose, what should I do? Though I try to, it doesn't work. Well, let me ask you, what can you do after a big loss? What can you do after a big loss? I know what I can do, right? What I used to do. I don't plan on having any more big losses, but I know what I used to do when I did big losses. I got sick is what I did. I got sick when I had big losses. The goal is not to have big losses. The goal is to get away from problem gambling. That's the goal. The goal is to have a plan, to have some micro steps every day, every single day. Every single day, you should have a step or two. And I teach this, my friends. If you've been coming here and you've been listening to my broadcast and you check out my videos, I share this mind, mouth, power. Mind, mouth, power. You have it. If you're not exercising it, it's because your focus is off. Your focus is off. Your focus is on the casino. Your focus is on winning more money, escaping. You're something that you're running from. You're running from something and you're going to the casino. That's a cycle that you have. And then, you get your fix for a couple days. Maybe you win some money or you lose some money. Couple days, you stay away, and then you get the itch again. You get the trigger. You give in. And then this time you might big loss. You might have a big loss. Where's the battle won? It's won it's won up here. You have to sit with yourself and you have to figure out what's my plan. If you don't have a plan, you're not going to defeat this thing. You're just not going to defeat it. It's impossible. Nope, zilch, zero, nada. Mini Reef addiction. David. Hi, good to see you. Good to see you. I'm reaching a few people. Let me get some questions or else we're going to close the program down. I need to get some questions. Mini Reef addiction. Well, Henry Ford said that if you believe you can't, you're 100% right. He also said that if you believe you can, you're 100% right. There's a lot of things that we can do if we stop and think about where we're going. 2020 is coming. Where will you find yourself in the year 2021? Where will you find yourself? What will your bank account look like in the year 2021? What's your business look like? What's your job? How's your job? Are you progressing? Are you advancing at your job? What's going to happen? 2021 is coming, my friend. Yeah. No matter how much you win, it's never enough. It just keeps bringing you back. Exactly. Exactly. True. Now, we do have a program on Friday, 6:30 p.m. We're going to be here at 6:30 p.m. on Friday. And we are going to be changing things up. I'm going to be creating a mentorship, I'm going to be creating a training program. Listen, if you're interested in taking your life to the next level, this is going to be very, very, very affordable for anybody. We're going to work on building a group where we meet a couple times a month. And it's going to be not like this. It's going to be actual video conferencing where we will see each other in person and we will be able to dialogue. I'm working on that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off. I believe I can. I want to do that a couple times a month so that I can dig deeper and share deeper training, get more personal. Because honestly, if we just chit chat and just kind of throw things out there and here, there a little bit, you're not going to benefit from that. You're not. You will benefit when you put your claws in. You know what I'm saying? When you're in the mud, when you are swimming and you're participating, but it's coming from within, deep within, and we can all work together to build ourselves up. That's what I'm going to be working on. So I'm going to do my best to try to pull that one off soon. And I'm going to, if you're the type of person that's interested in personal development and personal growth, you want it before the year 2021, you want to reach a better plateau for yourself. You want to think better. You want to talk better to yourself. A lot of people talking, my friend, mind, mouth power connection, right? Has to do with the way you're talking to yourself too. I want to help you. I'm already doing it. What I need is more support, right? For the mission. But I want to help those of you that are serious. So see what happens with emails, see with input. And because I'm probably going to limit this program Wednesdays and Fridays. I might just keep it to Sundays. And then begin to move into the other broadcasts. It's just going to be a whole lot. It's just going to be a better platform. Better. It's going to be more dynamic, more growth, more faith, more power, man. That's what I want. That's what we're headed. So, I got my program is blinking. I'm not sure what that means. Guys, gambling is a psychological scam. I recently quit it and I'm the happiest person ever. I was an addict a couple of weeks ago and I would win huge, but still managed to lose it all. Listen to this man. Listen to that man right there. See? There you go. My program's not working. Am I having problems with my program? What's going on? Are you guys seeing me? What is going on? Oh, not sure. That's right. Thank you. All right, my friends, I'm going to give you the floor. If I got one more question, if not, I'm going to be back here live on Friday. Mistakes and all, man. Great hair day. I'm going to make every day super fantastic, terrific, and over the top in spite of and because of, right? Your good life is going to come out of a good series of good, constant, positive reminders, my friend. I'm going to say that again because you need to hear this. Your good life is going to come out of a good series of good, constant, positive reminders. Your bad life will come out of a series of bad, constant reminders. Hence, going back to the casino, right? What is that going to do? That's going to program your mind, my friend. There's always room for improvement within room for improvement. And you must train your brain so that your brain will effectively and properly train you, my friend. The world's #1 problem gambling annihilator, your breakthrough coach out of Stockton, California, Santos Rolon Jr. I'm going to see you soon. Keep an eye out for my emails, my faith letters. If you're part of the family, if you're not, join the family. And my videos that I got coming up. We're gonna be sharing some short, punchy, powerful, annihilating problem gambling videos. So keep an eye out for that, my friends. It's only Wednesday. All right, I'm gonna get one more question. If not, we are going to end the broadcast. Heroes tonight. Yeah. Heroes tonight. The sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We fly above the skies from city to city. I go around the world to protect your soul. I need you to listen. To my next one, peace through strength. I salute you.